Did your lifestyle recently change so you have a lot less activity and now you're gaining tons of body fat? Want to figure out what to do? Watch this.
Our next caller is Jordan from Montana.
Jordan, what's happening?
Hey man, how's it going?
Good.
Good. I've been watching you guys for a couple months now. At work.
Outside? Or?
I work in a mine underground, so I don't have Wi-Fi or anything, so I just record it and listen to you guys there.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So my question is, well, I used to have a very physically demanding job, and now that I've gone to the mine, I'm operating equipment, and so I'm not very physical in my job as much as I used to be. So I'm not burning a ton of calories or anything like that. And so I'm gaining weight, and now I'm almost 30. So I'm seeing some effects of aging, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say.
And so I'm just wondering what I can do to compensate for my job and aging and stuff like that.
do you guys remember the first time this happened to you? Like when you switched careers or started to get more sedentary? Yeah, I mean, I remember
when we did the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, that was the first for you?
Yeah. I mean, I've been training and walking around.
What about when you did the bank?
That was only for a short period.
Yeah,
8 months.
I did some marketing job that sucked. Oh, see, I left right away.
So
I'm like say at 30, just like him, was when or 29. So at 29, I made the switch from being a trainer who ran boot camps at 6 o'clock in the morning, worked 10, 12-hour days with clients, 6 days a week, to all of a sudden this guy who was sitting at a marijuana clinic with no clients, no nothing, like for at least the first 6 months when we were trying to build the business. So I went from that extreme to that extreme, like sitting on my ass all day long, and I was almost 30 years old. So I could totally relate to this. And this was if you've heard me potentially, I don't know, you just started listening. I went through a transformation process where at 30 years old, I was in the worst shape of my life because of this transition. Because what happened was I was still eating the exact same way I was eating when I was a personal trainer. And the difference in calorie burn was crazy. And it wasn't like I all of a sudden went to just eating horrible food. Like I literally just ate the same as I ate as a personal trainer. But the amount of calorie burn was so dramatically different that I just kept gaining weight. And where it fucked me, I don't know where you are in your fitness journey or what your goals were, but I was always the skinny guy who couldn't put on weight and couldn't put on muscle. So I actually got like fucked a little bit because I was putting weight on and I was like, oh yeah. So it's the first time I'm over 200 pounds. And then I was like 205. And then like literally I actually didn't think I was really fat. I just thought I was getting bigger.
Just thick.
And one day I'm
laying you need honest friends.
I'm laying on my side. And this is the story I've told before where I'm like laying in bed and I go to scratch my side of my belly now. And I felt a belly for the first time in my life. I thought, oh shit, I'm not buff. So I get it. And a lot of that is just you have to, we've got to change the diet. Don't try and outburn it or outwork it through exercise. I think that's the mistake that a lot of people make. They're like, oh, okay, I had this sedentary job. Now I'm going to pick up, intense running and crazy intense training to try and outburn it. It's like,
good luck.
You need to adjust your diet accordingly.
Cut your calories and lift weights so you could still build muscle. So at least you could, send that. You might actually build more muscle now.
Yeah.
Being, burning
that's the positive
less
side.
Calories. So I would focus on building muscle. What are you mining, by the way? What are you guys mining over there? Bitcoin?
Yeah.
It's I wish. No, it's precious metals.
Wow.
So they got like palladium and gold and other metals.
Wow, that's crazy. I've never seen that before. That's got to be really crazy.
Do we get like a good deal if we go through you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think we've ever sold
Doug,
a MAPS program
make sure
for
you get
raw
his
materials.
email, huh? Why don't you get his email?
Yeah,
Doug's a big precious metal guy.
One gold coin, we'll give you a MAPS program. I would focus on lifting weights at least 3 days a week. Do you have any MAPS programs, Jordan?
I don't know.
All right, let me send you MAPS Anabolic. So follow MAPS Anabolic. That's a great muscle building, strength building program. Cut your calories, okay? Especially on the days you don't work out. You got to cut your calories and eat less.
And hit your protein intake. So that would be the main thing I'd focus on. So hit for however many pounds you weigh. So I don't know how much you weigh, but hit that in grams of protein, and focus mainly on that, and then cut back, restrict a little bit.
Now, here's what's interesting: your body will actually adapt. Your body will actually start to, because it actually through the activity you did before, it actually started becoming more efficient. Now you're not doing as much activity, if you could build more muscle and actually end up with a similar calorie burn to what you did before. It's just going to take some time.
This is what happened to me. It's exactly what you're explaining is what eventually happened to me was the positive side of being so sedentary was I could build muscle for the first time faster than I ever could.
Yeah.
Because it didn't require as such a high calorie intake to get to do that, which because I was so active for
and then
so
the more
long.
muscle will help you burn
Exactly.
more
And then
calories.
eventually what happened, the muscle started piling on and then my metabolism started roaring again. And then before you knew it, I was back up and actually higher calories than I was as a young trainer and now with more muscle. So
I mean, also too, just like obviously activity now, you got to be more intentional with it. That's something like going forward because you're not easily getting it. It's not like part of your job or your routine. So you have to be more thoughtful about how you get it in whenever you can. So even like I used to bring a rubber band with me just in between, do some pull aparts, do something to just get some, muscle contraction just so I can keep a small signal going before my next workout.
Yeah. How deep underground do you guys go, by the way? I'm fascinated.
Well, so we take a train that goes 3.5 miles into the side of a mountain, and
Wow.
so we're at the base of that is at 6,500 above sea level, and it goes all the way. It goes up from there. It goes up to like 9,000 foot above sea level. So it's like layers inside of a mountain. It's pretty weird.
Wow. Now, is it like is it hotter inside? I would imagine it's got to be a different temperature. Or?
So it's about 60, 65 degrees year round. So
Very
that's pretty
interesting.
nice.
So you can't like lift rocks while you're down there?
No, not anymore.
I suppose you could do that. Yeah.
He does the machine.
Yeah, lift rocks.
Well,
bro.
we'll send you Maps Anabolic. I think that'll be a good program for you, Jordan. Follow that, cut your calories, and then allow your metabolism to speed back up. You will adapt. Your body will adapt.
Doug, let's get some precious
Awesome.
metals.
All right.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Jordan.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
No problem. Yeah, it's I refer to the study on the Hadza tribe, which is they're modern hunter gatherers, and they studied their metabolisms, and they didn't burn that many more calories, like right around the same amount of calories the average
They're
couch
just
potato.
super efficient.
Your body starts to adapt, but in that in that initial period, if you keep eating the same, you'll gain tons of body fat. But if he builds muscle, it'll
He
balance
is
it.
literally describing what the transition that I went through at the same age, and you're describing exactly the process. What happened to me was once first I had to figure the diet thing out. Like, oh, I can't eat like this anymore. I had to cut back on that.
Yep.
Got back on training consistently. But the positive side, what I noticed was like, oh, this is cool. I'm actually building muscle faster than I've ever built muscle before. And then before you knew it, the metabolism started to catch up. And then I was actually now eating those high calories again, but I was able now to, I think probably had 10, 15 more pounds of muscle on me.
Yeah, and this is really why we're trying to, promote building muscle as that insurance, right? To help with your metabolism in these like sedentary settings now that we have.
Excellent.